All right, this is the story of the Crazy Woman Creek, which runs out of the Bighorns and eventually into Powder River. And my grandparents, well, starting with my great grandpa, had a ranch down on Crazy Woman, not far from where it goes into Powder River, clear out there. But the story I've heard since I was a kid by my grandparents and different people about how Crazy Woman was named was that a early family that was crossing through Wyoming had to stop for whatever reason, and they ended up with a homestead, or at least a house on along the Crazy Woman Creek. And since like the Bozeman Trail goes through there, it could have been that maybe they were traveling up the Bozeman Trail. Anyway, they were living there, and the natives who felt the country was there attacked them for some reason. And I've heard different things, that possibly they were selling whiskey to the Indians, possibly it was in retaliation for something, but anyway, they were all killed except for the mother and wife, and with her whole family gone. She was there by herself and went crazy, lost her mind, and the Indians called somebody who had lost their mind. They said she was touched by the Great Spirit. So after that, they let her be and actually would bring her food and stuff, and that others, the army, when they were going through and stuff, would help her out too. But she lived there until she died. That's the story I heard. I have heard other, additions to that and stuff, and I'm not sure what's true. Everything I've heard was an oral history. I've never seen it written down or talked to anybody who actually tried to do research on the subject. But there must be. It's a pretty well-known story, and it is named Crazy Woman, so there's got to be something to it. And I've actually read other histories about, specifically one in Montana that has a really similar story. A lady survived when her family was all murdered, and that mountain men then would drop off supplies and help her out, but she lost her mind too and wouldn't talk to anybody, would run away and just lived out there on her own. So it could be the two became kind of enmeshed. But anyway, those are the stories I've heard. So with that story from my grandparents in mind, I wrote this little song, and it's about a place I spent a lot of time, especially as a child, and I still love. My aunt still runs the ranch there with my cousins, and so this is called Touched. Touched by the sun, cold stone, canyon walls reach down where a river runs, and through it all winds an old dirt road. Dust blows out down through the ages, settles in sage. The story is told of this place, how the river got its name. The ones who fought and died in wilder times, and the lady left behind to wander out across the lonely plains, calling their names. They say she's touched by the hand of the higher one. The shadows speak her name, and she talks to those already gone. She waits in the wilderness where no one goes, where the river flows. It was down along those sandstone walls. As a child I played, bare feet running free, left tracks there in the clay, on the banks of that muddy river, where once she had a home, then all alone, touched by the hand of the higher one. The shadows speak her name, and she talks to those already gone. She waits in the wilderness where no one goes, where the river flows. By the hand of the higher one, the shadows speak her name, and she talks to those already gone. She waits in the wilderness where no one goes, down where the river flows. Touched the crazy woman flows down, crazy woman flows down. Touched by the hand of a higher one.